concern for NRG to deal with.
We go back in. NRG on the attacking side, which of course then means Loud gets to greet them at the door. Bit of contact made over towards B long, and rotation starting to begin with the exploration from Aspas in tow. They should be pretty confident in this.
No secrets on the way in. No pressure actually returning here. Sadak will get caught by the Trailblazer, and NRG looking to collapse on that.
Yeah, Sadak's in a little bit of trouble. He absolutely is. Good trade from Leslo to keep this somewhat favorable, but the spike isn't going to be planted just yet. It is actually left a little loose here. That could be a problem. Does get back in hand. Finesse and slip back towards site. No harm, no foul on that. And the plant should be coming in. That late lurk from Aspas will become a factor eventually.
But look at the positioning here. 2 NRG players up towards heaven.
They've got to be so aware of where this retake is going to be starting from as well. Crashy's denied vision, but tries to take a little step through. So the alarm bot to put into play if he wants it. FNS considering getting close to the wall as well.
A late flank coming through. Aspas got to get something done here. Nobody on the side of NRG showing to long though.
No, they're sitting deep on the site, but the wrong timing shown here. Tui's makes light work of FNS. Calls in the swing. Crashy's trying to do what he can, but less is certainly more right now, as Aspas finally makes his debut on the site. But Les having a wonderful amount of impact with Tui's.
Painful timing to see that first kill come through and Loud just explode on the back of it. NRG trying to run the clock down in that post plant site with 2 towards spawn initially, actually 2 towards heaven. Could maybe have stood the test.
Wow.
See, it's instantaneous, the response from Loud. Barely even on the back of communication. You see that in the kill feed, and they...
Looks somewhat rinse and repeat for me here. Back to work towards B. You can see on the other side of the map, Loud just going through the same process. It looks almost identical to round 1. That's a little bit of a difference, though. Sadak will have to respect this now and back off.
And trade-off of shots at least, but no real damage to write home about. Similar execution once again for NRG. Get themselves up onto site, but... See, yeah, a lot of damage coming through, probably in favor of Loud. Might even try and prioritize the flank a little bit with 2 members this time around. It's Cowanzine and Aspas.
Yeah,
but it's Victor to hold down the fort or pillar.
Still no flashback for Victor either. There it is, just about ticking through. So, on the back of the dog, does he decide to go for it? Yeah, he does. So, good flash. A little bit of a dash, but seeing the dog, you now know there's 2 there. Turns the flash just fine. Now the pressure comes in, but Victor only gets 1 here. That's the benefit of having the double stack there, and Loud now just flooding the site. Less great pick towards it. Sadak finding someone now, just crashes. Can he buy the time? Tui's so cold with it too, didn't even doubt it on the defuse. And that's a second for Loud before standing.
NRG looking to scrap with Loud in these first 2 rounds. Happy.
Giants. And of course now, dropping that first one in this series, so slightly different look here. Similar scenes at the beginning though, so Sadak's still going to be aware that there is very much presence towards the B side, but we are now seeing a mid lane and a mid lurk, or at least some presence on this split coming through. Maybe testing the rest of the map here, NRG trying to find a couple of facts here. Cowanzine and Aspas, the timing on that dog is perfect. That's very telling that this is a different round. Let's see how it looks though.
I guess other than Aspas being noted on that late flank, not the awareness is there initially, NRG going to drift away from that. Once again looking to find their way onto B side, pressuring Sadak once again. Does have less in support and less is already worth his weight in gold.
So dangerous, he needs to make it, he doesn't make it in time, but he actually takes down Finesse! Goes back, oh my word! How is that happening? Sadak putting in a captain's performance here. And Som trying to do a little bit of a dance, but again, not even cresting towards the site this time. Can he do some damage? Yeah, he can. Som, lovely. Can do a bit more. Not going to get much, though. As the time beginning to dwindle, those 3 players closing in Loud, making it to 3.
And they will ride the wave as well. 3 surviving, 2 double down on that bonus. Viper's bit available now. Look at Les and Sadak. The amount of pressure they've been under, but they've passed with flying colors so far. Les will have the Viper's bit already. Sadak 1 away from the lockdown. NRG not too far off in terms of this first ult cycle. Aspas looking to get aggressive this time.
Yeah, what a difference. Switching it up a little here.
The difference being the Viper Spit immediately invested towards A main. Loud may be reading an adjustment here from NRG.
Do they
and this
continue?
pressure could force them towards that Viper Spit.
Certainly could, and the audacity for Loud to continue this way. The agility for the dog, off the charts. Aspas, though, this is a big challenge here. And yeah, they're re-aggressive this way. Quite telling, saw a lot there, though.
Well, no, actually, Kawanzin didn't get flashed by that, so he's not going to be noted.
The young Bulldog in the corner. Do NRG do their due diligence here? Got to check on this. You can see them trying to maybe set him into play. Oh my God, he's gotten away with daylight robbery. It's only one. That could have been so much worse. And Tui's now outdone, outgunned. Artist striding forward. They want the site under control.
We'll get it here with the lockdown. Cove just to seal the deal. Plant is open for long here, and you can see 3 members of NRG already drifting a little further. Going to tuck Artist in. Hope that he can do some damage. There's supportive utility as well from FNS just to cut off that push into elbow.
And we want to see a big game here from Artist. Not a bad round so far already. Now the final 3. Still need to keep this safe. Less. Not really given many opportunities now, though. Sitting deep towards long. This is near on unwinnable. Yeah, 60 HP here, and I think he knows it.
Obviously with this early start, Sadak and Les down at 800 credits. Not sure exactly where Kawanzin's going to sit, but should be fairly comfortable for this purchase with Les carrying a rifle across. See if the operator comes out now.
Sky's out.
It's crazy that Kawanzin, it almost looks like it's a lazy clearance on the first.
Yeah, because I thought they checked it.
It looked like they did.
Man on the screen there, Artist and I.
It's
Yes.
a throwback.
But if
And
he
you think-
gets that fire going, Mike, he can be deadly. Ooh, are they committing behind this walk?
Loud did this so many times the other day. It's on the back of reading that NRG heavily favor an extremity, typically being towards B long. Aspas is going to look to punish that. Might actually catch crashes here, Lauren.
Timing is everything. Oh, and it's good. Backline dealt with.
And NRG have to commit behind that. They have to.
Site is clear, fortunately for them. No stress yet towards R either. You can already see them starting to toy with the idea of applying that pressure back through, though. Utility's starting to be committed, and a bit of somewhat of an overcommitment towards CT, but they have to get some territory.
Sadak does have the lockdown here, so could invest it. Yeah, he will. It's going to shut off a lot of sight, force them into spawn. Tui's going to be feeling the pressure here.
Yeah, dealt with Artist with a double as well. Beautiful time for him to strike. Couldn't quite get away from it, though. Aspas still standing. Hold on, Loud with a tap on the spike. Unless, oh my word! Beautiful work towards CT, and now FNS sweating bullets. 2 players to stand up against him, and he crumbles. Loud perfection on the playback in.
NRG get 3 kills in the blink of an eye, and immediately Loud respond. I feel like that was a straight 2v4 there.
Yeah.
I mean, so the 2 here, yeah, it's 3 kills immediately. Aspas responds with the first. What a retake there from Loud. Absolute madness. And NRG, rightfully so, that's got to be a little frustrating. With the rounds playing out this way. Response immediately from NRG to redress that previous kill.
We do have a little bit of a wave going around the arena. Not sure if you can see it. I'm sure the camera will be on that pretty soon.
I like this from NRG though.
Yeah, absolutely. Trying something a little different here. The flash and the follow-up. Artist could be taking point on this one. Son by the side. Tui's though going to take space. I like what he's doing here as well. Has to win the fight on the other side, which would be against FNS. But he hasn't been challenged on this angle. The plant's going to come in. But they have really very few safe post-plant positions. Tui's winning out. That's massive. Ult comes in. NRG want to address this quickly, and they do. Crashes takes him down, and the overwhelm is there. NRG holding onto the site for now. Finally, a player up to the good. Sadak still standing, but only for so long. And now Aspas in a 1v3 position, absolutely checked on. He should not be able to take a step out of here. He should be locked in. But can he break free? Goes for the Vandal instead. Victor up close, spots one, waits for the swing, but it's Ardis on the flank. Beautiful work from Ardis, heating up now.
Big positive to come out of that time. Up middle, Aspas being rewarded for it. And Cow and Zine in 2Es.
One enemy remaining.
Getting much better as well in terms of this hold. Maybe a little difference here in terms of the outcome, with the lockdown being a factor previously from Sadak. Bladestorm and the Seekers available for Aspas. Sorry, and Cow and Zine. But they're going to be behind this one. It's going to be a wide open site.
I said I wanted big performance from Ardis. Proving already why he was such a sought-after pick. So much variety being shown here already from the young man. And Loud in this round. Obviously working with substantially less. So if you're an NRG fan, you are wanting this clean. You want it sparkling at the end of this round. You want 5 standing. Maybe give them a little bit of economy to play with going forward, not being so panicked and fragile. And already one player in, Sadak, making no secrets of this. Quick to work. Aspas tries to get that first frag, but it's actually less to get it on. Big trade for Ardis. Blinded up, taken down. Cow and Zine's there. 4v3 now, but surely these final 3 should dig their heels in. Seeks go down, it didn't find what they wanted. NRG holding those back lines like their life might just depend on it. Aspas desperate to try. It may just be a try at this point. Still doing damage, but falls to the knees. NRG make it to 3.
So you almost wanted that one to be as close to flawless as possible. Just protect the next purchase. But even here, Loud just looks so deadly. With almost nothing to come into this. It's a Bladestorm and a Sheriff, a Frenzy here or there.
Yep.
Try and get him in a position once again. Sadak actually with a judge here. So might just try and tuck into elbow and hope for the best. Position he's playing is interesting actually, because last time NRG did try and pinch calls from both sides with this Trailblazer.
But the ult come in, going to make this a little bit more difficult. Already bounding towards the back of the side. It's not pretty, but it's the job achieved for Ardis. Side control again. The point man is succeeding for NRG. FNS wants to make absolutely no mistakes in this. Going to invest the ult, but actually 2's fine on Som. Pain Shell's good, forces them away slightly. Let's try to connect that spam, but not quite finding what he wanted. Swing comes in, Ardis fit to go down, and suddenly there's a gateway open. Crashes and FNS are sweating, they're worried, but FNS, oh FNS! What a time to come alive! 3 big kills and the young gun 2Es. What can you do with it? That's one, needs a second, one more second to play with.
The lockdown's gonna get him!
Oh, he's gonna be locked down, and Crashes is on the way. Knife in hand, he's gonna dice him up. Oh, in front of the home crowd. The boos rattle out and NRG close the gap.
Spiraling out of control. And somehow FNS comes away with this. The blind shot there onto Aspas, and then
that.
I think Cow and Zine's already 1 HP from the decay. So an insta-kill with that snake bite. Huge round from FNS.
Yeah.
And much needed actually. We'll put Loud back in a position where they're going to start. That'll be huge after that map one as well, to come away from this first half with a lead, with some sort of comfort, something to build upon in the second. NRG focusing B once again. A slight adjustment, albeit on this thrifty round.
Ooh.
That was.
That looked on.
Yeah.
Wasn't, but NRG starting to once again flood the site. But the problem is Loud are here in numbers this time. Gonna draw first blood, but it is traded back. A little bit of the site is somewhat safe, but suddenly the reveal, Crashes has got to be worried. There's Aspas just around the corner. Isolates him well with FNS, and then they're starting to carve away at this defensive side. Split should be able to go down soon. And yeah, a win out towards CT is massive as well. Victor doing wonderfully. And yes, Les is behind them. It should be a matter of time until he's noted. Flash is good. Couldn't quite find the frag, and actually it's Crashes to turn around. So lovely, lovely work here from NRG. Really stabilizing here.
Keep 4 alive as well. Effectively in a position to. That's unfortunate. I think just picks up, tries to swap away from this scope. And what he picks up is empty.
sleep tight.
See if NRG continue here, whether or not this operator in hand for Aspas as well, but no shield behind that. And they'll revert back to actually just using this operator to anchor A main.
There is a bit of a switch up with that pressure towards middle. And because all you can really see is the same sort of presence on B long, this is quite a nice idea. This could be a nice little knife in the back, but it depends on the timing.
This has to be, I was going to say, he's got to be careful of this pop with the showstopper.
And Artist is away and sends it. Luckily, FNS is by his side. Less with the trade and the swing, but that's answered right back in. So middle is actually somewhat under control by NRG. I'm looking for the backfill coming out, though. I'm looking at Tui's maybe trying to pressure that. But already, Salak in trouble, deleted by Crashies. I love this split, identifying so much pressure coming through from Link. They've just faded away from it here. Artist tucked on the site. Head of the ult, Tui's not going to get what he wants out of this, and Artist willing to challenge, willing to brawl out. But Aspas on the back foot now as it's a 1v2. Tap on the spike, needs to draw some fire, which it does. They haven't seen him yet, now they have. Aspas, oh my word, 9 bullets to play with. And a dream crashes down to 58. He has to swing, and he's got the fight, Crashies! Pulling NRG further ahead here. Finally, Loud starting to fumble.
Way ahead of his two teammates.
And pendulum swing-wise, I do feel FNS currently does have a really nice grip on this game. Love that little additional mid-pressure. You can already see the utility put towards it as well, just to ensure that no one's going to hit that flank super easy. We do see 3 players committed towards that B side, but already further exploration from Aspas, and he has invested the ult behind this, so it's certainly not without some sort of venom to it. Now we hold. You can see the read coming out from it. Looks like NRG that there will be a further pressured flank, and Aspas with those knives could
look
be it.
How deep Aspas is already. FNS set up. There was a safety net for NRG. It's effectively a 4v4. Weapon advantage for NRG on site.
Seek's gonna come in. Nothing close on sight. There's
What?
Aspas. How quick was that? But the site's under scrutiny. NRG is still breaking through where it matters. The backlines are no longer safe, so they need to win out somewhere. They're going straight through towards Link. Victor demolishes them, and now Aspas needs heroics, and nothing short. Oh God,
So what?
damn! Artist is down to nothing. 10 HP. He's on an island. He's got him. 16 HP now. A 1v2 though, but the spike is over by A. They adjusted quickly, and this position, surely he does not
Victor's
expect. Victor, lovely work from NRG. We've got a game on our hands now, Mike. NRG have finally woken up.
And for a moment now, slight hesitation, but they seal the deal. A little bit of aggression here from Victor with the run and gun.
Beautiful.
Done here.
But it gets the job done. And 2 players actually I was crediting earlier on ahead of this map starting who had fantastic defensive halves. Tui's and Kawanzine not finding an awful lot of individual impact in some of these rounds. Yes, Kawanzine's been stacking up with Aspas and putting him in a position, but previously they have been putting up numbers.
Oh, just one away now from some. Should have had a bit of information off the back of the dog there. And the ult's going to clear the site. Backline's not going to be pressured. 2 still playing towards middle. Timing now, wait on this a couple of seconds. Don't want to go too early. Tui's does need to back away from this, yeah. They do at least take those couple of steps towards the site. Mid is next on the chopping block. Lovely work again from FNS, but it's crashes to fall, but the site does at least now start waving that NRG banner. Some caught on the way out, but unpressured. Yes, the ult comes in. Flash to follow. And no commitment towards the site just yet. Flank is deep in the back lines from Aspas.
So he's going to get past the turret as well, so Victor has to watch this. The tap on the spike, Som. Not reacting just yet. The flash is perfect from Kawanzine.
You wanted to see something from him. That's 2 this round. Can't make much more of it in a 3v2 now. Victor and Som, what are you going to do with it? Les is standing and delivering, and the diffusion ain't stopping Victor. Oh my word! He denies it. Goes back in. It's just frenzies as best he can. Diffuse will be there. It's 5 for Loud. Just clawing in this final round of the first half.
Well, he must have heard me. Kawanzine allowed. Aspas almost lost in the lurk this time around. Finally coming through and finding something, but it's less. With this Viper's Pit paying off for Loud, shutting NRG out and finding that defuse.
5-7, we finally have a game on our hands. Map 1 was a blowout. Loud riding that momentum
The
wave.
adjustment just came so late for me. You see Loud trying to get active elsewhere on the map. We just didn't see enough innovation there. Loud looking to continue the trend. Hardest will be tested here in the pistol.
Yep, and he's passed with flying colours. Sadek gone. No comfort now trying to get towards his site. Flash will catch, but a paint shell in response. And no pressure really following. It's looking like Aspas's lurk, going to be noted. And even if they try and build off this, they haven't pulled full rotations either.
Big gap between Victor and Crashies right now. Crashies trying to slip into main. Going to force Aspas to full clear sight here. Crashies going to have 3 members allowed charging towards him.
Oh, Crashies. Overwhelmed, outgunned. How much? Oh my God, he's gotten away with it. That's so much damage already done and big inflammation as well. Look at them. Less down to 22, Aspas 80, and it's a huge lockout for NRG. The crowd is silenced as NRG pick up the first here in the second half.
Big, quickly as possible. Leading the charge for NRG on the scoreboard and opening this round up for them as well. I almost think there with Aspas's position, the fact that he's not digging deep onto site, that full clearance is going to come from Loud, but 2 members ahead of Les. I think actually Les the first person to even consider clearing the box on A main there.
Well, buy back in.
Yeah, could see a fight for this here with the Stingers in hand. Crashies and Som tucked up very close.
Nice work, clean stuff, really clean work, very diligent, very heads up. Not taking it lightly by any means, and that's the spike scene as well. So the rest should be very much understood and expected here.
He might try and flash onto this. Finesse does eat it. Find a consolation, but hopefully no
there
more.
We go.
I'm a little curious here. I'm seeing Cowan Zine and less 1,300 and 1,400 credits. Like I said, what's strange is the purchase then forcing them into round 3 here, where it's just Sheriffs to play with.
Yeah, it's certainly uncomfortable. Maybe trying to find any sort of pick they can, but again, NRG, high priority to take this A space, pushing out through towards A main, 3 players towards it, leaving Art pretty open. Yes, they have utility there, so it's not going to be completely out of character. And now time to be built if anyone does need to get around there, but looking towards Stewie's, leaning back through by double door. Maybe that B site is the end goal.
We saw Loud do this a number of times on the buy rounds, just going through the motions, trying to figure out exactly where this Killjoy setup is. Someone crashes though, all the way into spawn already. FNS tucks himself in behind screen. See how I focus that direction. Does it get cleared here with the Trailblazer? Actually doesn't.
Oh. Okay, it's just a frenzy, but look what it can do. Finds both players. Les and Sadek going down. It will allow a plant to come in and a rifle recovered for Aspas. Hold on. Now that's it. That's the lockdown coming in that we were looking for.
And you almost didn't want to see that. Yes, it's fine to secure.
Aspas, he's thinking. He's actually
There's 2 in
considering
spawn.
this. Now Victor does get lucky. Oh! The timing on that snap from Aspas. And Crashies is on the site.
He's sticking this.
Wait, someone, anyone, someone stop him, Crashies! Right under their nose, completely unaware.
Being attacked, I mean, draw somebody out.
Oops.
Unfortunately, not in a position from long to stop that from happening. Som throws a wall up to seal the deal.
There we go. 10 now, made for NRG. Loud pumping the brakes again, second time out here.
Did like this slow creep in default to try and dig out some utility and play very, very reactive to what they find. NRG also, though, showing a little willingness for proactivity outside A main consistently, and this hasn't been really dealt with once on the side of Loud. It's basically this alarm bot anchoring Art for a 3-man stack in A main.
but they are falling back at the right time here.
I love the combo there, by the way. Just to try and slow inside that nano swarm.
The pressure's coming through on double door. Galzine, stunning work. So much impact. Honest and FNS, in the blink of an eye. Considering the next round. 5 still standing for Loud here. Difference for sure. 3 players though from NRG looking to try and get back in on CT. That spike's not on the site until just about now. Victor even finding less. It ain't out of the woods just yet. And the timing from NRG is divine. Dropping back in, finding the challenge. And now just Aspas in a 1v3. Som's low, and he's found the first. 2 more to go and a spike to be recovered. He's got a lot of work ahead of him. Victor up above. Som on the site.
Well, the smoke missed.
Oh my word, 10 seconds. He's got to find one of these 2. He gets 1, but 1 is not enough here as NRG will break through from 10. It's 11 now. Unstoppable.
To scrape together a purchase here. A lovely play from NRG here. To just be decisive. This is after 2, effectively 3 kills in Link here. Roll your minds back. Those 3 players were in A main.
Yes.
That's how quickly they've made it across to actually prevent the plant coming through.
Oh, do we have a challenge there? I thought Salak might have tested the waters a little, but no. Decides to back away. Look at the pace from Loud. Straight through double door. They found a weakness they want to exploit. And it's crushing FNS on the way, but there's still value to this. There's still players on the site. It's Crashies, and he has been wondrous so far. But again, playing your life could be so much more valuable, but he's not got it this time. Aspas, quick as lightning, gets up towards heaven. And this may be an early save, honestly. So little to be done here.
I think that paranoia from Split still there, they're considering the possibility of it being a fake. Full clearance comes through. Spike finally making its way onto site. See here, once the confirmation comes through, what the decision making for NRG is. See lots of the map to re-clear here, so it's looking like they might just hold on to these rifles. Again, we'll think about obviously the knock-on effect, feeding across a couple more ult orbs, potentially towards the Viper's pit, towards the Reckoning.
Now finally breaking in. I think that pressure towards double doors, and wait and see what they address it with. It's been, what, 2 rounds in a row now. It's like Cow and Zine having some mad impact.
But two very different looks, right? Previously, it's the slow creep, deal with some utility, figure out exactly where people were playing. The second time, it's like, oh, I think we know where FNS is playing.
Just gonna swing.
Let's pop.
Yep. Would they dare do it again, though? Because you're thinking mind games here. Surely they're going to reinforce this. They're going to either bring players around. Because this has been absolutely the launch pad to having a couple of close rounds this time.
That is difficult to be.
Deciding to bolster the hold, but this time it's not the same look. Loud doing what we saw a lot of in the first half here from NRG.
Maybe reading that, actually that previous round is going to draw them towards double doors. There should be less resistance on site here. FNS got to be careful, but he actually finds a kill here. Less will trade it out.
Okay, but they still got a good hold here, but Crash's HP is worrying me to no end. 10 HP. How much can one man do? A little bit of spray. Oh my god, it's so close. They do get the plant down. Spike's in. They've got the time on their side. Does Les stick around? Well, he can't now, really. Needs to back away with the rest, yeah. Looks like the post plant will be set towards long. NRG might be forced to respect this a little bit. Finding a little pocket of safety. This will offset the timing by a couple of seconds.
2 nano swarms still. First one popped preemptively. And the cove removed straight away.
Oh
now this wall's going to be ticking away though.
Crashy's going to connect towards Salak, and Som's going to be sitting on the defuse. He's going to be taken off. Dewey's, Gowardine holding on, but Ard is still fighting as hard as he can, but the time has evaded him. It doesn't matter less. Getting Loud back in the game. They've found a way back through.
Fast retake coming through from NRG. Maybe on the back of that pressure towards Cow and Zine. Him getting tagged up to, I think, down to about 20 HP.
Yeah, super low.
Loud just want to make sure that they can secure. Still comes right down to the wire.
Well, they forced the timeout. NRG have quite a few rounds to
Fight
play.
for B main here as 3. Previously seen a similar stack towards A main. Ardis gets very deep. It does actually have the showstopper as well.
It certainly does. try to go for it. This player needs to be so careful. He was blinded by this. Pulls off. That'll be the player spotted. Boombot decides to be invested and pulls away here. Timing! Yeah, he's caught out. Lovely. Trade, though, for Som.
Som is always good for a headshot with this gun. Always.
It's actually filthy, isn't it? The amount of times we've seen it. Trade-off of utility. But there's not as much commitment towards the site. I'm watching that spike back away from B for a second here. Going for the double pump. It does give some room to re-explore.
There's no utility to stop less either.
Are they holding for the position to come out from this? You're buying a little bit more time to find impact here. Yeah. Okay, Victor's seen it, so this is still very much going to be concerning because that B site will be the one to be pressured. Victor, the flash is gorgeous! Massive work. So if he can do any more damage, that'd be unbelievable. Can't get away. Caught in the heels and dragged back down to earth. Loud one in that plant, but this is damage done. Victor's got a rifle. Aspas, though, leans into CT, takes out FNS. The Seeker's going to confirm where these players are as well. Now everything's noted. There's no more surprises. Aggressions only have that Stinger really to play with. He doesn't get to keep it. Victor now 1v3. They are lined up. They want him dead. Might just try and make a mad run for it. This is going to be 8 for Loud. Clawing back this game, Mike. I started to think this one might have been all over, and it certainly isn't. What does Victor do now? Absolutely nothing.
Just 3 rounds separating them. Everything but the reckoning online here. NRG lean heavily on those in terms of the setup.
This is either going to be an incredibly messy round with a whole lot of ults coming in.
Total overhaul here, maybe on the back of the Viper's bit from FNS, but this defensive setup completely flipped for NRG.
They are going to be surrounding this Viper's pit. Aspas stepping closer.
Som's got to be careful here.
He could be the gateway to opening this round up. Som's in a lot of trouble, and he's dead. Aspas breaks in. And now they're just divided. And conquering Loud are getting closer. Another flash is good on this, on the angle. Calzine's got to be careful here, and he's decided to back away into the safety of the Viper's pit, but bounds back out, sends the ult through and finds nothing.
Sends a Rosa.
Oh,
Sadak's creeping in the Viper's pit though. FNS has to be careful here, he's getting surrounded.
Yeah, he's in a whole lot of trouble, he's dead, Aspas! Huge impact, 2 big kills. The site is theirs. The final 2 players, Victor and Crashies. I don't know if they're going to stay into this. Yes, they have the lockdown, but is this the time? Do you allow Loud to get to 9? You've been allowed back on the site. Turret takes contact, Sadak now fully aware. And time is ticking, and NRG are running out of opportunities. This one's done, it looks like. Already backing away. Crashies with... Oh, absolutely nothing. Aspas is on the hunt.
He wants this kill.
Might just be the prey. Oh, he's just spammed it in. Hope for the best. Victor will punish that. If he can stay alive, that's probably the best he's going to get out of this. Oh, they're shutting down. It's 11 HP. They're just around the corner. He's dead and gone. Loud are knocking at the door now. NRG should be worried. Oh, this should be 10. They can't even really buy it.
Nope. In a really, really rough spot now. I call it that. I've credited Calziene previously for how good his flashes are for setting up Aspas. Yeah. This is him and Aspas just shift walking immediately towards connector, finding Som with no utility, no awareness actually on the side of NRG. There's a very deep hold from Som, anticipating that pressure coming towards site. Here, 2 stingers, a couple of sheriffs, a frenzy for FNS. An awful lot for NRG to make this one work.
Got what they need on the site, but just on the other side of that
wall. Good nade, that's going to do a ton of damage.
50 HP, it's lovely. That's a follow-up flash, so many players. Victor, fantastic connection though. Aspas chipped away at Artist, confirms it. Not respecting the utility put down and actually taking them down to just 3 players.
Yeah, 2 upgrades.
He's got an upgrade, you're absolutely right. The Viper's pick comes in, but do they check on Som? Are they even aware of the chance he could get here?
They can spam with the decay here, sorry.
Oh my god, Tom, they have no idea still. He's just sitting this one out. The spike is to his left, and they are clueless. He will be dead here, but makes so much impact in such little time. Sadek, what are you going to do now? You're running out of time. You've got 35 seconds. It's all gone wrong. They got the spike back, though, and 30 seconds to play with.
30 seconds
Sadek. Oh my god, he just about gets away honest. They are just passing each other like ships in the night, and the KJ ult comes in as well. Tap on the spike and spam comes out. It's Crash, he's finding Sadek. This could be 12. Lasse's got an NRG! Finally break the trend that Loud was running on.
That's all the back of that one nade.
But this one is a break in the drought of rounds for NRG. Fortunately for them, that hard work already came in earlier, getting them up to 12 here. But now the pressure's on Loud. Third map looming. Opportunities now beckoning for NRG to close this out. They want out of this map. They don't want Loud getting any closer. They want no momentum with them, because until this point, it's been very much Loud trying to tear this back to 4 on the trot that they had. It was huge. Sadek tested now. Caution needs to be given here. Les gonna find FNS. And NRG not out of the woods just yet. Artist in a little bit of trouble. Needs to respect that.
FNS was the solo anchor as well, so Artist got to be careful.
There's so many.
Potentially be overwhelmed here. That's going to look for the pincher. We'll find it. We'll get ahead of this rotation. Actually, 2 members coming through mid.
Gotta run.
Crashes all the way towards long, and that's the adjustment on the plant here. Great awareness from Loud.
Yeah, Aspas can really capitalize off this too. Yes, they know now the pressure could be coming through on long, could be coming through from Link. Tommy back up to be invested, but the flash, again, how do you dig these players out of CT? That's the tricky part. We can see if there's any chance for a Som, Victor, and Crashies.
Less is repositioned here.
The spam, not gonna find as much as wanted. Lovely shot from Crashies. The time's starting to really dwindle. Lovely hold from CT. Sadek and Tui's beautiful. Crash is still trying to find it out, but again, you can't dig that player out of CT here. Tui's is going to play to perfection the timing. Yes, Sadek tries to make something of it. A little bit of a punish on the way out, but not going to have it. And another step closer for Loud. Double digits made. They're up to 10.
Crash is just baiting in to punish that economy even further. We'll see how it lies for NRG here.
Why do I feel this is going to come down to something silly?
Yeah, even FNS bringing a stinger into this.
Brought them through in the last, 5 rounds really. One more time. And there's a stack. There's 3 players towards double door. There's a pop flash on the swing and Loud! Send them packing! Oh my word, that's perfect! And now just Crashies, still putting up a heroic performance. Oh my god, he's read it. He's absolutely read it, but he's just being melted. Oh my god, what an attempt! 7 HP is the difference. But it's 11 for Loud.
Again. And when the pressure mounts here in round 23, NRG try and capitalize. 7 HP. Could be the difference maker.
One more chance for NRG in regulation. One more chance, one more go at it. Lockdown Seekers, they have it there on the other side. Similar scenes. Tui's ult there too. Oh my word, it's an A-piece. They're sitting so deep on the defending side. One kind of back of pit, one secret. It's going to come in, should clear sight quite comfortably. And this should facilitate a plant.
Yeah, potentially, actually. Sadek going to get the lockdown off this, and they've got a lot of information on the back of the Reckoning.
Absolutely, Seeker's really just going to ensure that as well. Look how deep these have gone. NRG, this has to be a full-on retake.
If they try and run the clock down here, Sadek's lockdown could be the difference maker. Actually, it's invested here. They're going to trade off.
Oh my god, this is madness, this is mayhem, this is pandemonium. NRG are on the side, they're trying to catch him in the heels. Calzine's gone down, looking for more. Les denies, that's Crashes eliminated. Now they have to respect these ults. And now play begins again. FNS finds it, Les is gone. 4 standing for NRG. And now Aspas, Sadek and Tui's, what are you going to do about this one? Som's on the spike, and now FNS finds Aspas. Tui's, he's still firing off. Oh my god, Som tries to hold it! And he's still doing what he can. Sadek! It's gonna be OT! 12 apiece! Loud brings it!
Another round by the finest of margins. Tui's, what is that first shot? What is that?
Oh, and Sadek Yeah.
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 It's like that. It's like that.
Apparently so. Oh.
I mean, dare I say it again, this could be decided by 7 HP.
Yes.
That was how we even got the
Yes.
opportunity.
And now, operator out for Aspas. We're in OT. 12 apiece. This is what it's all about here between these two.
Already seeing this adjustment, allowed the awareness of what didn't work for them in regulation. This time around, Sadak giving up sight, a little bit of a trap play towards elbow. Almost hoping to capitalize on that nano swarm to do a little bit of chip damage and maybe find a kill.
Okay, NRG going through the motions, right? This is all clean, but this time not throwing any first blood, no chip damage done.
And actually, they don't even clear through to elbow, looking to potentially reset to a very, very solid long hold.
How does Loud get back into this? This time they're now running with operator to handle, trickier to bring into this. Yes, they're clearing the back lines, but they got to get a move on here. They have no damage achieved so far, so these first steps have to be essential to outcome. Kaozin slowed down, Sadak trying to clear towards the back of the site, and does find some. That's the first bit of damage achieved, and now he looks with the tap on the spike. Next victim, F&S! Kaozin and Sadak, they're just heating up. He's pushing the wall, he's getting so close. And Tui's is not stopping, they got to try and get past the wall, and it's going to be Loud, surely. Oh my God, Ardis!
He didn't get the kill!
He could not connect! It's 13 for Loud!
Oh, this ran out of ammo!
It could not have gotten closer. Watch this one again. Watch it back. Loud taking the fight to them. And bloody hell, Ardis gave it all he had, quite literally.
And you can see just how close. There's so little separating these teams here on Pearl. So many
pressure mounting. Crowd is on their feet. They are waiting for this one. Flash. Well, note the players, NRG.
Drifting on this.
3, they're working behind it. This is going to be an all-out brawl on long. This could decide the game if they commit to this. So tense now. Victor, going to try and find that info. Straight out, it's mirrored. It's so identical, and it's Som. Finds Aspas first. And now Loud on red alert, but they're looking elsewhere. It's F&S to greet them over by Art this time. We paint this round a different way. They hadn't had much test, really, at this point before. F&S trying to hold them back here. They've actually dismantled that pressure on long. They've fallen back towards site.
Try and let this one burn a little bit. See, Som tagged up early on, will get healed up from Victor. I think Sadak maybe even just spotting, a pixel out of place. No confirmation on the flash, and actually Som will drift all the way towards A site here.
Ardis, stay focused here.
Can Les do enough here to sell this fake?
Well,
Kamanzin's found one, Victor will fall.
But do they check? Do they check on Ardis? They absolutely don't. It's one. He's seen a second. He knows he's got a second here. But those seconds are dwindling, and he's got to make... Oh, Ardis! The myth himself is coming alive, but Sadak wants to deny it. Quell that pressure. Oh my God, it's so... You cannot turn your back on Ardis here. It's a 3v2. Less than Sadak, 12 seconds. Time is fading in front of them. 10 seconds out left. He's got another. And now a 1v2. Crashes in F&S up against the man himself, Sadak. He spots one. It ain't enough. NRG carry on the series.
What an outrageous shot from Ardis to define this round. The number of times NRG have punished Loud from that position, it goes unchecked once again. And it's the deciding factor here in round 2.
Come on, come on. Scouts powerhouse himself.
At least early on, NRG setting up towards this B take. Maybe just try and send a bit of utility down here. Very rare we've seen NRG drift away from this as a fake. Only that one round. Victor opted to call that audible into Link. Aspas with the operator though, will find one, picks up crashes, and he sees nothing behind it.
Yep, big info here. But still site success to some extent for NRG, but it's F&S actually to claim Tui's. And Ardis this time decides to get a little further ahead. Stunner of a shot coming out. Makes it away for now. The spike now in their side. Less Calzine and Aspas. This is a brutal retake now to pull off.
And
Two towards long, two still
Aspas
on
still
side.
has the operator. Potential here to swap out a weapon. No, I don't think he can.
No. A little too far away, maybe towards CT if he was trying to get one, but now the time's really starting to work against him. Ardis, he is coming alive in OT. 2 kills already. FNS takes the next point of attention. The utility's coming in, and NRG demolishing Loud here. One more round.
From regulation. Starting to heat up. Ardis. I said it had been a while, but putting up such a performance on this race.
People question him coming in for Ye. How would he fare? We are seeing a world-class performance out of him now. The impact alone in OT is
He's towards double doors right now.
and that was a pressure point. It was a big pressure point. Calzine, others.
He's got one!
Quick as lightning! This strikes and Calzine's down. NRG are dragging this game into the third. 3 more bodies to locate and put in a body bag. 2E's less than Aspas. Try and make something out of this.
NRG previously have done so well at converting these rounds with a man advantage. They drift into a much deeper hold here on A site. They're going to explore B main. That should open things up for them. Stuck behind this alarm bot now. And that's the green light. Ardis going to make his way back towards A now.
Yeah,
A double flank coming through.
Crash, he's just falling away at the right time still. Not overstaying his welcome, keeping cool in this. You don't want to give them opportunity. When Aspas is still standing, there's still always a chance.
And a key molly just to slow things down here, actually. To buy time for this flank.
You need one of them to find big impact
Oh my
here,
God.
Mike. Aspas, this has to be everything, and FNS sends him away. Less than 2E's. Oh, it's perfect. And we have to go the distance. Surely 2E's trying everything he can. He's got so much more work to do, and it ain't gonna happen. This game demands